Good morning, guys. Rebecca Black here, and it is Makeup Monday. I want to create a space on Monday every day where I do something a little more detailed oriented with my makeup, just to kind of give you guys some ideas of other ways that you would be able to use your minerals and you'd be able to create a look maybe you haven't really known how to do in the past. I'm all about education and I love video tutorials. They really help myself out and I love sharing my knowledge with you guys as well. So today we're going to do a little bit of like an ombre smoky eye with our minerals, and there's actually an opportunity for you guys to help us name some of our colors here. So I'm going to pick these up right now. So this is almost like a bronze. It looks more gold in there, but it definitely is a little bit more of a golden bronze. That's going to be one color. This is an amazing green color. It's almost like green with envy. I love that. And then there is this reddish bronze color, which I'm going to try for the first time today, and I cannot wait to see this on. So I'm super excited. I am going to get started. Basically, all I have on my face now is sunscreen, a mineral-based sunscreen. I don't like to leave my house without sunscreen on. I live in the Sunshine State, and I don't want any more age spots, wrinkles, or lines than I absolutely need. So I am going to be using the Loose Mineral Foundation. You'll be getting this in your kit as well, this particular shade. You're going to pick the one that works best for you. And another thing that you may find is you may need to mix two colors together. Sometimes it might be just a tiny bit lighter or a tiny bit darker, so you may find it works best for you to do a little bit of a light color and then maybe a tiny bit more of the next shade darker. So as you guys start getting your kits over the next 3 to 4 weeks, that's what we're really aiming for. I would love to work with you guys and customize your foundation for you. So I like to sprinkle the foundation inside my lid there, and I kind of use it as a little bit of a working palette. And you just kind of lightly pounce it. And I like to get the extra off so that you have some right there on the brush. And I always start on the bridge of my nose. The thing that I always work to hide with my skin is my redness. I am English, Irish, and Scottish, white, and more light white. So I have a lot of the really pink undertones in my skin, and I am self-conscious about it. So I just like to give myself a really natural look without looking like here come your cheeks and your nose. So anyway, again, I just pounce my brush right back inside my lid there and just kind of, you'll see the extras fall off. So I did my nose, and then I always move to right underneath my eyes, add a little more. But you can already see just in this little bit here how much it has evened out my skin tone from the dark under eyes to the pink cheeks, and I haven't even moved all the way down yet. The coverage of these loose minerals, I've worked with a ton of loose minerals, and the coverage of ours is simply amazing. So I'm just continuing to work my way down and across my face. Your brush that you'll get in your kit is not going to be this exact one, but it is the same fiber and density of this. I personally love longer handle brushes. I think it's just from my experience in the professional makeup industry for so long. I like longer handled brushes. They're easier for me to work on. So again, now I'm moving around my chin. And as I get to like my finer detail areas, I'm putting less and less powder on my brush because I don't want it to look cakey. I like it to look very sheer, very natural, and matte. And the same thing whenever I go to my forehead. So I do like a medium amount for my forehead. But you can see just in doing half here how this half of my forehead right here, nice and smooth and even, and this side over here is shiny. Even whenever you put the direct light on it, you don't see that shine that you see over here. So we're going to even all of that out. And then lastly, I always like to sweep it over my eyelids. Another area that people forget about is right inside by the bridge of your nose, right in there. The tiny bit of detail work that I love to do on my foundation is right around our nose creases. So you can do one or two things. You can pull your lip down like this, and you can get in there like that. Or if it's easier for you, you can just pull your skin just a little bit taut. You don't want to number one, do this with dirty hands. I always wash my hands before I start my makeup. There's lots of oil and germs on our hands. And if you touch your face with those oils and germs on there, you're going to cause yourself breakouts, and nobody has time to be breaking out. It's Monday, and we're playing Makeup Monday. So we want to be beautiful today. And I'm going to dinner. It's going to be a long day today. So I have a dinner tonight, and I'm not going to have time to come back home and put on my makeup, which is another thing that I absolutely love, 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 love about these minerals, because they stay put all day long. I am not oily. I'm not cakey. It is just a beautiful, even coverage all day long. So I'm going to use the Pretty in Pink, which is a really nice matte pink. There's no shimmer to this. This is going to be my base eyeshadow for today. And whenever I say base, I mean the color that is going from your lash line to brow. Lash line to brow. And so I always start, again, we're using the flat brush, and we are just lightly sweeping that all the way over. And put just a tiny bit more over there. And you see, I'm not digging into the skin. There's no tension there. This is just a nice light movement on the skin. Just a little bit of a sweep. So you can see how nice and even this eye looks and has a tiny bit of definition. And now we're moving over to the other eye. So again, I'm just putting my Pretty in Pink on my brush like that, working from lash line to brow. And another thing you notice that I do not do is I do not spend a ton of time twirling this brush all around, especially whenever I'm doing my base shadow. Keep it in one position. You are picking it up each time because you do evenly want to distribute this base. It's almost like painting. You're like painting a nice little base for your eyeshadow. So that does it for my base, and already you can see just like a nice, soft, subtle, everyday eye. Even if you're a no makeup look kind of person and that is your favorite thing, you just really like for your skin tone to look even, you can stop right here. And so that would be minerals. That's all I have for my foundation, and the Pretty in Pink eyeshadow. You can stop right here. But because I am going out to dinner and I want to look nice all day today, I am going to build on my makeup just a little bit more. So the next color that I'm going to use for my eyeshadow is going to be this really pretty like golden bronze color. And once I get it on, you'll be able to see maybe there inside the lid, you can see the color just a little bit more. So the lighting in my bathroom is not the best here, but I already have some inside of my lid even without having to shake it off. So I'm just going to start building with that here. Now for the Ombre Smoky Eye that we are going to do, your second color, my distribution on the brush is probably from like right there, so like right at the halfway point to the end, and it's not a ton. So I'm going to do this on the back of my hand so you can see the saturation of that. Okay, you see how we're starting to get just a little bit of glitter. You don't, if you see a line like this, whenever you do your test swipe on your hand, you have too much. So just lightly wipe your brush off. You want this to be more sheer than anything. You may feel like there's really nothing on your brush. But again, just you want a little bit of a sheer, okay? So you can make it as sheer, medium, or as dark as you want. It's all the same color. That's another beautiful, beautiful thing about working with our minerals. You can layer them. You can put more on your brush if you want a darker pigment. You can just lightly dust it on there if you want more of a sheer coverage. So I'm going to put this secondary color here just on my eyelid. So I'm holding the brush flat against my eye and I'm lightly sweeping it just on my lid. I am not moving into the brow bone. I'm not moving to that area there. I'll do that with my accent color. I am simply sweeping this only on my eyelid. I'm going to grab just a tiny bit more. And notice how gentle all of these strokes are. If you have too many minerals on your brush, you'll start noticing that you get a ton of your minerals down here, which is what you don't want. I have a couple of tricks that I'll do on another Makeup Monday to show you how to do a really dramatic smoky eye. If you have a problem getting the minerals all the way down there, it will rectify your problem very, very quickly and easily. So you can see it's just a very light sheen there on the eye. You can see the difference between the two. And so now I'm going to move over to this eye. Again, I'm going to hold that brush flat and we are just lightly sweeping this on my eyelid. That's all, just the lid. So my eyes are even. It looks like this one is a little bit darker because I have the light shining down directly on it. So I'm going to give my brush just a little wipe right here. I am done with this beautiful golden bronze goddess color that is simply amazing. I love it. So again, on my base I have the Pretty in Pink color, and I just swept this golden bronze color that I would love some suggestions on you guys naming this color. And the person who chooses the winning name will get a free sample. So the next color I am going to use is going to be this really beautiful red bronze that I was telling you guys about just a few minutes ago at the beginning. So it's more of like a reddish brown bronze. It is a beautiful fall color, and I'm just waiting for the cooler weather to hit us so I can actually enjoy it. So for this one here, because it is my accent, whenever I'm putting the color on my brush, I'm just wanting it on the tip. I just want that color saturated on the tip of this brush. I don't want that color down to the middle like we had with the color that we swept on our eyelid. So again, we're working with our accent color. We are doing a subtle smoky ombre eye, and I am just putting the color on the tip of my brush. So again, you follow the natural shape of your eye. So you want to come right to the edge of your iris. The iris is the pigmented part of your eye. You're not all the way at the edge of your eye, but you're concentrating right here. And so you see how my wrist is just rocking back and forth. I'm not really moving the brush, but I want to get a good saturation just on the corner of my eye here. So you can see right there is where that color is starting to concentrate right there, okay? So now I'm going to physically twist the brush down just a little bit. So imagine this is the top part of your triangle, and then this is the bottom part of your triangle. So I want you to take your brush there. You're connecting your edge point here to the top of that there, and it's just going to be just a light bouncing of the brush. I'm not picking the brush up. It's more of, it's not leaving my skin. It's in contact with my skin the entire time. So I'm just blending those colors in right there on the corner of my eye. And you can begin to lightly sweep it across. So you see that we've created a little bit of a V. Let me get my bangs out of the way there so you can see a little better. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up here. I still have not put any more eyeshadow on my brush. We're going to come up here and we're going to begin twisting the brush to blend. So you use just a tiny bit more pressure there and we begin rocking back and forth. So notice my wrist is not moving now. It's my fingers that are twisting the brush back and forth like this along the curve of your eye. This is a little more advanced, a little more detailed, but I wanted to give you guys some beautiful options as this fall weather is approaching. And you're going to be doing dinners and entertaining, and everybody wants to look beautiful. So I always like to take my finger and always smudge. So you can see that this is a little more dramatic than our eye we did the other day in the sense that it is a little deeper on the edge. If you want to go deeper and have a little bit more, you can come right back and put a little more right there on your edge. And then always remember to bring it in. And again, that brush is not leaving my skin. It's staying right there. And I'm just blending, blending, blending. Okay, so now we're going to move to the other eye again. As we are putting the pigment on this brush, we're concentrating it just on the tip of the brush. We're going to come to the outside corner there, not all the way to the edge. And we're moving it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to begin building that little crease right there. And we're going to bring in, and again, it's still not leaving. And we're keeping that brush in one position. We're just creating a triangle, the top half of the triangle, the bottom half of the triangle, and as you can sweep it across. So it almost creates a little bit of like an eyeliner look. So again, I still have not reapplied my eyeshadow on this eye. And we begin rocking back and forth to distribute that color throughout the whole crease. And this is what creates the ombre whenever you start dragging the eye color in, because you have more of a concentration here, less of a concentration there. And I want to make this a little bit deeper today. So again, I'm not picking this up. I am just moving back and forth with my wrist. I'm not twisting the brush back and forth yet. And so now I'm fixing to go into twisting the brush. So watch this. See how the silver part of the brush starts going back and forth. You will get a brush very similar to this in your kit. I like working with flat brushes with the minerals because it's a little easier to control. So you can see you can make your eye as dark or as light as you want, and I always like to go back and blend just a little bit to soften all of my lines with there. If you wanted to, and you wanted to do a heavier smoky eye, you can then come back and connect your whole triangle. So on your eyeball, you'll be working from the outside of your iris to the corner if you need a little roadmap for placement. So right in there, and you're just coming up and down in a straight pattern. And so this is more of like a pouncing. You don't want to sweep down because then you'll get minerals down here and then you'll need to go back with your brush and clean that up. But you're just pouncing this color back and forth. So you can see it closes your triangle. And then you can just lightly smudge that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other because we don't want one smokier than the other. Back and forth, and smudge. Okay, and so the final color that I am going to do is the Smoky Mama. This is like a perfect, beautiful purple gray It's almost like a purple charcoal. It is more gray than purple, but it has the coolest undertone, and this is one of those colors that's going to go well for anybody's skin. It's going to really complement all of your skin tones. So again, I have a really sheer amount of this on, so you can see it's more of a gray than it is anything else. So I am just working with what was left there in my lid. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep this brush flat, and I'm going to pounce right here. And then I'm going to come up just a little bit and round out the corner of my eye there. Okay, so you see the difference in depth of my eye on this side and on this side here. You see, creating that darker outer triangle there gives you a more smoky look if you want a little more dramatic. So today I wanted a little more dramatic. It's a Makeup Monday. Let's do it, ladies. I want to see some of your live feeds too when you get your kits. I can't wait to see what you ladies are going to do. And maybe you can show me what to do. Okay, so again, we're going to come and do the outside corner. We're just bouncing back and forth with the Smoky Mama color, moving to the top of the triangle, just like that. You can see it just darkens it up a little bit. And then we always just take our fingers and smudge. Most of the time, I'm always trying to work with my ring fingers. The reason you want to work with your ring fingers is because they provide the least amount of pressure, and your eye skin is super delicate, which is why we love a really good eye cream. But this skin around our eyes is so delicate, and you don't want to put a whole lot of pressure and tension on that. So you just really, you'll see, even when I'm touching with my pointers, it is so light. You do not want to use a lot of pressure. If you're having to use a lot of pressure, something is going wrong. You shouldn't be having to use that much pressure with your eyes. So there is our From Day to Night Ombre Smoky Eye. So again, we did Pretty in Pink from lash line to brow. We did this amazing golden bronze color in more of a sheer application. So these three are that same color. This is how I applied it. This is if you want it to be a little bit darker. That's medium. And this is the darkest that you can get it. You can actually get it much darker than that. Just depends on the saturation of your brush with your minerals. But I just want to really showcase the versatility of our minerals. And so I swept that color only on my eyelid. And then in my crease to begin to build my smoky eye, I use this beautiful reddish bronze color, which we need some name suggestions for this one as well, ladies. So we have 2 opportunities to earn free product. Oh, that's a good one, so you can kind of see, oh, right there. Okay, so you can see that this one is definitely more gold, and this one is definitely more of like a reddish brown bronze. These colors are amazing, and the lighting in here does not do them justice. So we have 2 naming opportunities. I would love to hear your suggestions, and whoever picks the winning name will get an extra free sample of this. So can't wait to hear what you ladies come up with. And finally, to complete the really smoky look, Smoky Mama, which is that beautiful color right there. It is like a deep charcoal, heather gray purple. And I just want to show you real quick. So I just used a little more of a concentration on my brush, so you can see how you can even darken it up. The more sheer, you see more of that deep purple gray. The darker and the more powder you put on your brush, the darker and more of the gray you see. So again, lots and lots of versatility. I hope you guys had as much fun on Makeup Monday as I did. If anybody has any questions, I'll hang out here for a few more minutes and just talk with you guys and see if anybody has any questions or if there are any other tutorials that you would like to see me do. I would be more than happy to walk you guys through that because I love the beauty industry and I love when people feel good. When you feel good, you're able to be a more positive person in the world, and that is exactly what we need. And I love that we can do this in a safe manner and we're not having to worry about putting harsh stuff on our skin. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Hi, let me do some shout outs right here. All right. Hello, Miss Stephanie Miller, Kelly Rich, Kelly Bono. Hello, Rachel, my sister in Alabama. She's so beautiful. Hello, Ashley Ashley Walls. Hello, Miss Stephanie. Hello, Cindy, Amber, Jesslyn. Are all of those colors you used in the kit? Yes, they are. And there's more colors too. There's going to be a total of 10 colors. Today, I only used 4 of them. And the mineral foundation is going to be in here too. This is one of 7 shades that you will receive in your kit. This is the size of jar that you will be receiving as well, full-size jars. And the same thing with our mineral pots, mineral eyeshadow pots. Those are all full-size as well. Does anybody have any other questions? There is a little bit of an opportunity here for you ladies to pitch in and let us know what you want to name these 2 colors. So let me find that perfect angle again. Okay, so you can see that this one here in my left hand is more of a gold color. And then this one here in my right hand is more of like a reddish brown bronze. We're looking for names of these colors. I feel like Bronze Goddess, or maybe that would be for this one because you really do feel like a goddess when you put this color on. It's so pretty. So anyway, we're looking for suggestions for names for these. If you pick the winning name, you get a free sample of these, a full-size jar, not a sample. You get a full-size jar of these. So anyway, it has been fun doing my desert sand. I like that, Amber, because it is kind of like desert sand. Now, Amber, are you saying desert sand for the lighter color or the darker color? I feel like maybe for the lighter color, but I don't want to just assume that. Ooh, Rustic Rush. I like that. I feel Rustic Rush for that darker color because I really wish the lighting in here would be a little better so you could really see. You can see it a tiny bit better there. See how it's more of like a gorgeous bronze color? And please do not pay attention to these fingernails. I need a manicure so bad. I've been working too much and I've been neglecting myself. Okay, so Amber, the desert sand for the lighter color. Oh, I do like that a lot. So far we have desert sand for this one and Rustic Rush from Jesslyn. Desert sand from Amber, Rustic Rush from Jesslyn. Does anybody else have any other suggestions for that? Because what I am going to do is I'm going to put a better picture of these on the Facebook and open it up to everyone else as well. So it has been so much fun doing my first Makeup Monday with you ladies. I look forward to many more. Do not hesitate to reach out to me directly. Rebecca Hatch Black. You can message me anytime. You can tag me in a post here. And you have any questions, there's any tutorials that you specifically want to see, and I will add it to the roster. I cannot promise that I will get to every single one right away, but I will do my best to make sure that everybody has all of their questions answered. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. And golden tan on the light one. Oh, I love that, Margaret. Hi, Margaret. Yes, I love that golden tan. That's a good name as well. So we have desert sand and golden tan on the light one. Great suggestions, ladies. So keep those suggestions coming. If you know of anyone who may benefit from seeing this live feed, don't hesitate to share. I look forward to doing more Makeup Mondays with you ladies, and I hope you all have a very blessed week. Bye, girls.